Good morning, Growing Edge Live. Ali B here, live from the Satya Center here in Ogden, Utah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Giving a few minutes for people to jump on. Super excited to be here in our hometown of Ogden, Utah. One of our hometowns. We feel, ever since we went on the road back at the beginning of August, we feel like everywhere we go is our new hometown. Why? Because we take our home with us, our awesome little Shanti home, our camper van, and we have been hitting the road, hitting the land, living out closer to nature, living off the grid now since August the 1st, 2020, and we are absolutely having the time of our lives. Doesn't mean it's easy all the time. We've had plenty of challenges to overcome, but all in all, our experience is an amazing adventure. And here we go. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Monica. There's some people jumping on. Hello, hello. I'd love to know where you're watching from. If you would share your town and your state or your country, that would be awesome, because here at Growing Edge Live, we're creating a virtual community. We've been doing this for just about a year now, online every weekend, every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. here in the mountains of Utah, and we've been sharing our leading edge message. We call it Growing Edge Live Sunday broadcasts or Sunday sessions. Hello, Natalia. Good morning, good morning. Let us know where you are so we can start to get a sense of who this virtual community is. Even though we're still all practicing varying different degrees of social distancing, of staying safe, we can come together here online and connect. We've been doing this for how many months now? And there's Natalia calling in or watching from Utah. And we've been doing this, we've been becoming accustomed to connecting here online, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or maybe Zoom or other media platforms that allow us to connect, whether we're just watching a broadcast or we're actually in a meeting room where we can dialogue and share ideas and discuss. This is a whole new world for us, isn't it? So here we are, broadcasting live from Ogden, Utah, here in the cafe room of our Satya Center. We used to meet here in person and have done for 10 years, and now we've taken it virtual. So welcome. We're super excited to have you join us, and I'm going to play a song. It's our theme song, and this is created by Leslie Monroe. So here we go.
Free my mind, open my heart with the whispers of truth, to live a conscious life, to live a conscious life on the growing edge, on the growing edge.
Welcome, welcome to Growing Edge Live Sunday broadcast. I'm Ali Benjamin, and wherever you're calling in from, welcome. This is our weekly spiritual tune in and tune up, and we broadcast live for about 20-30 minutes each and every Sunday, and we hope that you'll come back. We hope that you'll stay around and become a part of this virtual community that is supporting so many around our globe. I know that we've got some of my family watching from England, from Oxfordshire, England, and we've got people from our Satya community here in Ogden, Utah. We've got people, friends from Big Bear Lake, California, where we also spend a great deal of time, and countless others in different locations. Whether you're watching us live or you're watching at a later date, welcome to Growing Edge Live. So let's take a moment to tune in, do a little meditation, and ground ourselves into what's happening right now. Closing the outer eyes and tuning in to the eternal broadcast of love and beauty, and taking a breath Exhale and relaxing the physical body, bringing your awareness from the head, the mind, down into the heart. And in this heart space, we can connect in this common identity of love, this common space of unconditional love for our shared experience of life. And as we connect at the heart, and we breathe and we open up our minds, as we set our intention to become still enough this morning, to become present enough this morning, to be open and willing and available to receive something this morning, to be nourished. Let us know and accept that all that we experience here at Growing Edge Live feeds us, body, mind, and spirit. Feeds our souls. That we are open to something new arising, something new emerging, a deeper connection to our lives, a deeper respect for what is happening, a deeper co-creative engagement with the evolution that is occurring for ourselves as individuals, evolution of our lives, here at the very growing edge, the leading edge of our own becoming, and collectively, we are a part of an evolution of the physical. We're a part of a momentum, a movement in the physical evolution of our planet, of our life. And then we're at the very leading edge of a conscious evolution, a revolution in consciousness, a waking up, a spiritual, collective waking up. And so as we connect in that vibration, as we open up, as we make our way back to this moment, to the physical, and open our eyes and take a breath and relax. If nothing else, may this next 20 minutes or so be a moment of letting go of what's been troubling you, so that you can connect with maybe a spark of hope, maybe a connection of the heart with this virtual community, something that deepens and enriches your life experience. So welcome, and if you're joining us, thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting us. Many of you have been financially supporting us, energetically supporting us, and supporting us with your light. And so thank you for being here, and thank you for the good that you're doing in the world. Sometimes it seems like we're all alone, that we're isolated, that we're not connected. Well, we are connected here this morning. We're connected in a common love and appreciation for the evolution of consciousness, for the evolution of life, and for each of us being co-creative in that regard. Each of us bringing something to the collective. And that's what we celebrate here at the Satya Center. That's what we understand within the New Thought movement. Many of you are involved in this greater understanding of the power of the mind and co-creativity as we come together in consciousness as thought leaders, and we begin to up-level our thinking. Why? So that we can participate more consciously with the principles of the universe, with the laws of the universe that say like attracts like, that each one of us is participating in the law of cause and effect, that in effect we are a cause We are causative beings that are creating an impact in our world with each and every thought that we think. So high quality thoughts equal a high quality experience. We can transcend our strife, our struggle, our pain, our discontent by up-leveling our thinking. So today, my little download is titled Off the Hook. Now, Off the Hook came to me as I've been exploring the people that I find inspiring on Instagram and on Facebook and on the internet. And this term, off the hook, really stood out to me. It stood out to me. Why? Because many of us live a conditional life. We hold situations and people on the hook, so to speak. So off the hook, no, let's start with on the hook. On the hook, it implies that something is obligated to pay or provide, it's liable, responsible, or blamed. On the hook, an indebtedness. We hold someone on the hook when we're blaming them, when we're saying, well, if only you were different, if only you didn't do this, if only, fill in the blank, if only you were different, then I would release that hook and set you free. But until you're different, until life's different, until something changes, I'm going to make that, or you, that circumstance, that situation, the cause of my struggle, my suffering. I'm not going to be able to live a fully enriched, sovereign life until you behave differently. So in that way, we're holding people to the hook. We're holding people on the hook. So how about this? How about we give each and every one complete and total freedom? That we give everything and everyone a break. We just let it go. We draw back in the fishing line, so to speak. We let everything, everyone, the past, we let it off the hook. What would happen if we let everything off the hook? If we give everyone a full pardon, if we give everything a full pardon, everything anyone has ever said, ever done, a full pardon, would you be willing to do that? Would you be willing to let it go? Once and for all. And I know if you're watching this, you've more than likely done years worth of forgiveness. You've probably done that work. You've forgiven your parents, you've forgiven your past, your siblings, you've forgiven your abusers, you've forgiven a lot that's occurred, the mistakes that you've made. And maybe we're still in process with some of that. Well, today, may this be an opportunity for us, for here in this little tribe of individuals, this Growing Edge Live tribe, could we create a shift in consciousness? Because what happens within one person, what happens within a small group of people, what happens in a country, a nation, affects the whole world. And I dare say affects the cosmos. I dare say affects interdimensionally, extra-dimensionally, that we affect our past, we affect our present, and we affect our future when we can create a place for love to blossom. And that's what happens when we let go of the past, when we let things and people and situations off the hook. Are you willing today? And maybe there's something that's coming up for you in mind right now that, yeah, I've done a lot of work. I've forgiven this person. I've forgiven that. I've let this go. But maybe there's something that you're still holding a grudge about. And maybe today is a good enough day, better than any. It probably is the day that thing, that person, that situation needs to be let go of, needs to be completely forgiven. Forgiveness isn't just for us letting go of something someone else has done. Forgiveness is about us. Forgiveness is a process that cleanses our aura, that cleanses the energy field, that lifts us up into a higher vibrational field so that we are more in alignment with who we truly are. It opens our hearts. Forgiveness is like a cage. Forgiveness, or holding someone on a hook, is creating a cage around our greatest asset, which is our ability to unleash love into the world. And if we're holding something, if we've got a grudge that we're holding, or we're holding someone else responsible for our own peace and happiness, then we're essentially blocking. It's like we've created this force field, this grudge field, this fear field around our heart that's not allowing us to operate, vibrate at our highest spiritual, human potential. So holding a grudge, in essence, it's like perpetuating harm. It's keeping the vibration or the frequency within our own bodies, within our families, within our workplace, within our communities. It's perpetuating the energy, the vibration of grudge, of life's not good enough, that I'm a victim, that somehow I'm not powerful, because we've given our power away to that person, that place, or that thing that we've got on the hook. So what if today is the day that you're going to catch and release? You've caught a glimpse of what you've got on the hook, and you have an understanding of the price that you pay for holding on to a grudge, for keeping someone on the hook, for making someone else responsible for your love, peace, and happiness, essentially our freedom. We're giving away our power, and we're not standing in the full dimension, our spiritual identity, which is sovereign. Our spiritual selves say, no matter what you have done, no matter what those people, no matter what that situation, that accident, that horrendous act, no matter what has occurred in my past, from this day forward, that is not going to affect my ability to be a powerful, loving, creative co-creator with the universe. There is an immense and enormous power. There is an immense and an enormous presence. There is an immense and enormous wisdom that is available to each and every one of us. We hear in the old school term spirituality, we hear it called omniscience, omnipresence, omnipotence, power, presence, wisdom, awareness. This is available to us. Why? Because it is what we are. We are individual aspects of the greater omniscience. We are individual manifestations of omnipotence, powerful beings, wise beings, everywhere connected, interdependent, interrelated beings. And when we wake up to our power, our strength, our ability to make all things new by the renewing of our mind, let everything off the hook. We're not saying that I'm dependent on things being different in order for me to step into my sovereignty. In order for me to have a full spiritual awakening, I need this to happen and that to happen. That is BS. It's a belief system that keeps us locked in. It keeps like a fisherman with a fish on the hook. You know the tension? I think I've been fishing before and seen shows where people go out into the ocean and they catch tuna or a marlin or some big fish, and there's a great tension on the hook when you're holding something tight like that. What if you let it, what if the fish just released the hook and let go? What happens to the fisherman? There's a great release. And the fisherman, I'm sure, isn't very happy, but in this analogy of holding the tension, of holding something on the hook like that, whether it's, and let's drop the fish for a moment, when we're holding someone responsible for something they did, we're holding a grudge and we're holding that tension, it creates this great draw of energy. We're giving our power away. We're not able to really realize the full potency, vibrancy of our own power and energy. So when we let that go, when we forgive it, forgiveness is about not wishing the past was any different than it was. When we just come to terms with it, we think that nothing really needs to change in order for me to be happy. I can let that go. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I wish it had been different, but I'm willing to say enough is enough. And we release that tension. We let it go. And then we are free. We're not expending all that energy saying that I'm going to hold on to this, and at some point in the future I'm going to be happy. That's nonsense. You and me, we get to be happy right now. We get to let all of that go. Let all of it go. And we begin to live a life that is off the hook. There's a new term for off the hook, right? And it means something cool, something that's happening, something that's relevant, something that's fresh. That's living a life off the hook. And that's what we're here for. We're to live a life that's off the hook, that is so enormously empowering. Can you imagine if we released all of those things that we've been holding on to, especially those things that we've held on to within ourselves, those things that we can forgive and let go, those things that we have guilt and shame and about within our own selves, that we're not good enough, that we don't measure up, that we're not smart enough, thin enough, fat enough, or whatever, that somehow we're lacking, or somehow if only so-and-so would validate me or approve of me or love me more, then I'd be better. If we're holding on to all of that, we're not fully experiencing the enormity of the goodness of life. So let's agree to that now. Let's agree to live an off-the-hook life where we have access to the dimensions of joy and beauty and creativity and flow that is ours. All of that is more visible when we are living in this off-the-hook kind of lifestyle. And I know it's not easy. I know for me personally, I've been having back issues for several months now, and it's easy to fall into self-pity and wish that things were different. But having a back thing and having to lay down or stand up, there's no sitting for me, and it's caused a great deal of stress. I'm not able to do the things that I like to do, like write. I'm working on my doctorate. I'm unable to write because I can't sit. I'm unable to paint because I can't sit. So it's given me an opportunity to realize more of the benefits of standing, of walking, more of the benefits of being horizontal. So we can find the good in whatever of the things that life is presenting to us that we could say or label isn't ideal. So now it's time to let go, forgive, and to embrace our sovereign power and live a life that is truly off the hook. So I'd like to do a little meditation activation so we can really ground this in, really get a firm awareness of how we can, in a very mindful, prayerful way, unleash the enormous ability for each of us to experience unconditional love, unconditional peace, unconditional creativity, unconditional freedom. So let's do that together, closing the outer eyes and tuning in. And taking a moment to feel the one life and the one presence and the one power coursing through our bodies from our toes to the top of our heads, to our energetic field, and dropping an anchor, dropping a line, an energetic thread of light down deep into the earth, feeling full connection with Mother Earth, feeling connected to all other sentient beings, the four-leggeds, the winged, the fins, the hooved, the creepy crawlers, earth, wind, water, fire, ether, the stone people, the tree people, the plant people. We are so blessed to be alive, so nourished by Mother Earth, and to pay attention, to give thanks for all that we receive all the time. And it's in this field of gratitude, in this field of appreciation, that we unleash our ability to be in alignment with the fundamental richness and abundance and prosperity that the universe is, that we are. And in this way, we activate the power of our word. We activate the law into mirroring back to us that which we think. So we use this very powerful tool of our mind to impress into the visible substance of the universe, into the holographic field, that which we would prefer to experience, that which we acknowledge as being true, that we are powerful, creative, sovereign beings, that everything that is required for us to thrive is available to us now. And we say yes and thank you. We let everything and everyone, every grudge off the hook. Nothing is hindering our continuous movement in the abundant field of good. No one is responsible for our happiness, for our ability to love and share love and receive love. Nothing is standing in the way of us being a powerful, creative being and a positive, beneficial presence on this planet. We've let it go. We've let everything off the hook. And in that way, we are living a life that is off the hook, cool, happening, creative, wonderful, beautiful, innovative. We're available to receive all the support that is ours to say yes to. We are willing to live a life unleashed. We are willing to let the great tsunami of love and light and wisdom to flow through us. Why? Because each of us are here to unleash our brilliance into the world. We are, each and every one of us, beings of love and light, and allowing the universal goodness to show up as our lives. So we unleash that good now. Let's take a breath. Breathing in gratitude and exhaling appreciation. Breathing in peace, exhaling love. And knowing that right here and now, as we cultivate this field of gratitude, that we are attracting to us all that is required to bring our dreams, our visions, our goodness into full expression. as our lives. For this, we are truly thankful. So thank you, and so it is. Peace and blessings. If you'd like to support our Growing Edge movement, our ministry, you can go to Venmo and you can donate so that our vision here at Growing Edge Live, which is to help support conscious evolution here on this planet, to support individuals in waking up through our classes, our workshops, our online Facebook Live and YouTube message every week. If you'd like to support that, you can Venmo Satya Center, SATYACENTER, and we give thanks for each and every dollar that you've sent to support us and our growing ministry. We've got a team of consciousness practitioners that would like to work with you in consciousness. If you'd like to talk to someone, text us, put a message in the chat, or go to our website, growingedgelive.com or satyalive.org, and you can share a prayer request with us, and we would love to work with you in consciousness to support whatever you're coming into alignment with. So peace and blessings. Thank you. We love you. Mwah. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.